Now, I don't want to start rattling up some stories or getting fans a little upset, but this is starting to worry me a little bit. For those of you who don't know, the Anaheim Ducks just started their training camp, and all offseason, people are wondering why they haven't offered Trevor Zegras a new contract. Trevor Zegras isn't the highest points per game kind of player, but what he does for the Ducks on and off the ice actually brings them way more attention than any other player they've had in a long time. Maybe back to Teemu Selanne as the last player they had. Now, Trevor Zegras is now 3 years in the league, and let's just say his highest points were 65. So that should tell you that the Ducks aren't exactly this powerhouse organization that's going to be making the playoffs anytime soon. But with just 3 years, I think 65 points is a solid start for a guy who was never projected to be a franchise player, just a guy who was supposed to bring them a lot more attention and some skill. Now, the biggest thing about the Ducks offseason was their draft pick. They decided to go with Leo Carlsson, who I'm a big fan of, but when it comes to Adam Fantilli and Connor Bedard over Leo Carlsson, I think I would prefer those two. And when the Ducks drafted Carlsson, it made a lot of sense because they already have two guys as their two centers, and to draft Carlsson, it adds a little bit more, I guess, diversity to their roster in the sense that they can do a lot more things with Carlsson than I think they could have done with Fantilli. But if you're going to plan on losing Trevor Zegras, then that whole draft pick just kind of becomes a little silly because Adam Fantilli is already showing out with the Columbus Blue Jackets, having a hat trick with 2 assists on the night. I mean, the guy is already electric. Now, Trevor Zegras brings a lot of value for the Ducks. His skill on the ice is ridiculous. I mean, some of the goals this guy brings, it's just, he's the X factor for that organization. I bet you more people have watched Ducks hockey this past year just because of Trevor Zegras than they had in like 5 years prior. I mean, the guy is insane. Now, they just had a little bit of a dispute with Troy Terry. I don't know if they really wanted to give him the contract they did, but he ended up getting his bag, so why aren't they trying to do the same with Trevor Zegras? And this could all be speculation. Maybe they're going to pull out a contract mid-season, but if I was a Duck fan, I would start getting a little bit worried. I mean, this guy could be leaving your roster because the Ducks aren't willing to offer him franchise player money. I mean, I don't know what a good contract would be for Zegras. Maybe an 8x8 sort of thing, 8x9 million, but you don't really have too many other options, and it's not like Leo Carlsson needs a contract tomorrow. You can still pay him and Zegras. I mean, the Ducks still have to have a lot of room to pay contracts right now. It's not like they have these insane players, and this offseason you paid Radko Gudas and Alex Killorn this insane amount of money for a team that's not competing for a playoff spot. I mean, if you really can't give Trevor Zegras the money, but you're willing to give those two guys the money, I don't know, maybe we need to start questioning the GM of the Anaheim Ducks at this point. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about this. Let me know what you guys think. Are the Anaheim Ducks being silly for not giving Trevor Zegras a contract, or is this just wild speculation and you expect it to come out anytime soon? Because I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment how much money you think Trevor Zegras should make on his next contract. I'll see you guys in the next one.